What's good, everybody? I'm McDole, and welcome to something kind of different. Well, not really kind of different. You might notice that this is the title screen for Final Fantasy V, but this isn't quite Final Fantasy V, because this is actually a fan-created hack of Final Fantasy V called Final Fantasy V Ancient Cave. Basically, it turns Final Fantasy V into a roguelike. So, here on the here, basically, the way the game is set up is you have this random encounter tile here that's kind of like the Mirage Village in vanilla Final Fantasy V. And you have all these dudes who are going to do things. Basically, you're going to ask them to reset level 1, reset your flags. That's going to prevent you from leaving, and you can open these treasure. Wait. Oh, man, I'm screwed up. I'm sorry. I don't know what I'm even doing. Yeah, I'm going to reset to level 1. It should let me grab these boxes. Yeah, okay, so I picked up an iron shield there, and I picked up a mage masher. See, that actually sets flags for running away. This lets you name your dude, and if you see that the menu is all screwed up, that's because this is based on a further hack to kind of give stuff English names, and it's all kind of make his name some music notes. Why not? That heals up. That I'm not entirely sure. I think these actually do different. These all set different flags for your run. Basically, blah blah blah. Be sure to visit often. You shop here. You don't have any money, so you can't really do much of anything with it. But once you actually reset your health to once you actually reset yourself to level. Once you set yourself to level 1, you can enter the cave. You're always set to auto run. And basically, like I said, this is a roguelike. So you'll see there's a timer. When that's to push you. That's built to push you forward. So I just got the void spell for Time Mage, which I think is. Yeah, I think I forget what the. Some of these names. Oh, I got another Mage Master and White Mage. Okay. So what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to switch one of my characters to White Mage. So everything that you can find in this, in this dungeon is completely randomly generated. So I'm going to give these guys some Mage Masters because it's a much stronger weapon than anything I've got right now. As far as something, I'm gonna give her broadsword for an extra point of attack. Okay, so I don't want to switch everybody off of the freelancer class because you're not going to be able to get you're not going to be able to switch back to freelancer. So I don't have access to all those weapons. Granted, the weapons that I have aren't too super spectacular at the moment, so it's not going to be too much of an issue. So Ancient Cave kind of works in a series of depths. So early on in this first floor, we're going to be fighting a whole lot of early game enemies, such as the goblins and basically world map area and Wind Shrine enemies. I don't want to grind too much. I don't want to bore you guys to tears. So I'm just going to keep on going. So basically, it selects a map at random and it fills it with treasure chests. The treasure chests for each type of map, for each map that you go to, are the same. So you saw I was in the ancient library there for a minute, and there were 4 chests there. There was always going to be those 4 chests in there, but they may not always have the same 4 items in them. Items, classes, or whatever, or spells, or what have you. So I just got a cotton robe. I'm actually going to throw that on Krill, so that way she is a little bit better defended. Just slightly. I switched Krill to White Mage because she's going to need some time as a White Mage. Or so I'm at least going to need to spend some time as a White Mage to gain AP so I can cast White Magic outside of the White Mage class. So there she just picked up White level 1. So she can cast first level White Magic spells in any class. Krill is actually getting the first action in battle, so I don't really want to... just kind of just mashing through these fights, because you're not going to... very little is going to stand up to you here at this early stage of the game. Because my Mage Masters are just going to tear everything up. So, okay, this is where this run starts to get interesting already. Because you'll notice that this is a floor in Exdeath's Castle in World 2, but you know I'm still fighting Windshrine monsters. The danger here, though, is that the treasure that I really want to go grab, which is often a hidden passage behind this lava. And I will be taking the damage if I do step on that lava. I should probably equip those shields I'm picking up here. Just for the extra evasion. I'll give you a little Lena. Alright. So if you want to actually stop and grind when you're playing actually playing the Ancient Cave, you'll notice that the timer ticks down. While the timer is ticking down, it's kind of like the escape from Karnak Castle right after you get the fire crystal. In that, if the time runs out, then you lose. You're kicked out of the dungeon. The only exception to this is every 11 floors, you get basically kind of a respite floor, in which there might be some sub-bosses or an actual challenge to it. And in those floors, that there's a limited number of encounters that you can enter when you're in this. So now you see I'm fighting monsters from the Torna Canal and the ship graveyard. But as you can see, I'm doing things fairly well with my Mage Masters, so life is not terrible. And I just took a major hit there. That does not bode well. I wasn't able to get through. I might have poorly optimized my attacks since I'm still using. Since these Mage Masters are strong, but they can't kill these skeletons in one hit. Probably should have healed. Oh well. I think that these Torna Canal monsters are still coded to only target women, so that's a thing. Which is actually a clever bit of storytelling you might not notice on your first playthrough, that the monsters in the Torna Canal only attack women. I think an NPC in the nearby town will make mention of the fact that they attack women, and the only characters that are attacked by those monsters are Ferris and Lena for obvious reasons. And everybody's at 1 hit point because I was walking through the pain floor. Thankfully, it was a light encounter, so hopefully I don't get too many more encounters on this floor. High potion. Got the night job. That's good. Monster in a box. Fabulous. This might be the end of the run right here, because whenever you get a monster in a box, you start encountering monster. You'll encounter a monster from a higher tier of monsters. So these are after the Torna Canal, and someone's about to drop. Or unless they're not going to do anything. Oh, well, goodbye. Good night, Ferris. And Bart's. Good. Wonderful. And this is probably the run right here. Can I run? Yeah, I can run. Okay. I can probably salvage this. How many Phoenix Downs did it give me? 3? Okay. I will totally do that, and I deserve it. I deserve being overconfident. Checking boxes when I probably shouldn't have been. Alright, got an Ether there. Got Cura and Blue Mage from those. So, that's cool. So every time you So every time you finish a floor, you have you gain 5 minutes on your timers, up to a maximum of 10 minutes. So I need to... I'm probably actually gonna... You know what? I'm gonna burn an ether. Because I just got that Cure spell, which I can use now. Put everyone back to full.